Hey y'all, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and today I want to talk about how toxic social media is and how it has affected me as a person, and a photographer. Just to tell you the truth, it's dadgum cold right here. I don't know what this footage is going to look like. This is the first time I've filmed in low light with this rig, but we're going to see. We're going to experiment with it. But I've been paying attention here lately. Good Lord, it's just cold. But I've been paying attention here lately to like my activity on social media and like what I do when I engage in it. Kind of basically taking a step back and just observing my actions when I interact with Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. Honestly, in YouTube Studio, the app, also. The environment on Facebook, honestly, the only way I can describe it is agitatingly toxic. It's like Facebook wants to serve you content that keeps you upset and makes you want to like interact with other people's posts, whether you're thumbs upping it or hating it or writing a mean comment. It's basically, it looks like they figured out, probably through some kind of psychological studies, that if people are upset, they're more prone to interact. And I've noticed if you post a video about a controversial subject, you'll get a lot more traction with it on YouTube as well. So Google's using it too, because Google owns YouTube, and it's the same basic ideology. Basically, if you don't police that yourself, then you fall into their trap. And if you just don't want to fall into their trap. But you know, something else I've noticed is when I look at Instagram and I start scrolling through the feed, and when I look at Facebook and I'm scrolling through the feed, and when I'm looking at YouTube when I'm scrolling through the feed, it's like your brain gets numb. Okay, it's kind of the best way I can describe it. It's like you get numb to reality and you just mindlessly scroll the screen looking at what's coming next, and it just doesn't seem to be value added, you know? You're just spending your time doing this. That's it. You're not doing anything. Productive isn't the right word. It's value added is the word I want to use, because you don't have to always be productive to add value to your life. You know, you can do things that doesn't add direct like productivity for it to still be deemed valuable to your person. You know, so entertainment is valuable. You know, if you want to view entertainment, view it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's your life points. If you want to spend them being entertained by something, spend them being entertained by something. I do it. I don't mind it. It's fun. I like it. So, you know, playing video games is another one. I love to play Modern Warfare on PlayStation. That was one of my favorite games. It was Modern Warfare 2. All-time favorite, Modern Warfare 2. There came a point when I realized that I wasn't truly enjoying it anymore. It wasn't that the new wore off. It was that it was basically, I realized that it wasn't bringing me joy. So I sold all the stuff. I gave the games, I think, to my nephew, sold the PlayStation and everything. Got rid of all of it. And I started doing other things. So I did an experiment. And about a month ago, I deleted my Facebook app off my smartphone completely. So I'm not tempted to open it while I've got my phone in my hand. Because I caught myself opening it mindlessly. Just because I had the phone in my hand and it was unlocked, I'd open the Facebook app. And not for any particular reason. Not because I wanted to look at it. You know, not because I was wanting to post, just because it was there. It was like muscle memory. So I finally just decided I'm gonna take it off the phone and see what happens. Well, I went through a period of remorse, you might say. I really wanted it back, and I think it has to do with psychology. I really think that they have programmed in like psychological locks to lock you into looking at that app, because that's how they make their money. Your attention to their program or application, the longer you're on that application, the more money they can make from advertisements flowing by your vision. You know, as they say, the more eyeballs on the app, the more money they make. And that's their goal. Their goal isn't to have net neutrality. They could care less about like unbiased reviews. They don't care about any of that. They want you looking at that app. That's all they care about. You know, because they got stockholders. They're accountable to them. That's the whole point. It's just, it's kind of surprising how much time I have now that I didn't have before. And I really didn't spend that much time on Facebook on my phone anyway. But it was like, it was just, I would just do it out of habit. You know, if you catch yourself doing that, maybe you should like look at yourself, you know, objectively. I ain't telling you what to do with your time. If you enjoy looking at Facebook and arguing with people on the internet you've never met and things like that, that's your prerogative. Far be it from me to tell you to not do it. But I can honestly say there are things that are more fulfilling in life to me than reading about a political candidate that I don't agree with their philosophies and how they did something that's really going to bother me, or reading about how some person committed some heinous act and now everybody is upset about it. Enjoy your life. Don't be mind controlled by a computer program to where you're basically just a robot earning money for them. It's kind of what it is, you know. And the fact that you're watching this video is a little of it. It's the truth. And I mean, it's the way YouTube works. And there'll be stuff that it'll serve you that'll be related to this. There'll be TED Talk videos about social media and how this guy and that guy tells you to delete Facebook. All that crap's gonna be in the sidebar. You'll see. Trust me. It'll be right over there. Just take a look. Take a break from it. Try that. Just take a break. You know, you can delete the apps without deleting your account. And just delete them off your phone. Like, I still look at Facebook in the evening for about 10 minutes. I check a couple of groups, my Georgia Photographer Gathering group at the end of the day, and I've got a couple other groups I look into, you know, just to see what's happening. And then I get off of it. I close it out, and that's it. So it limits my exposure to that. As I see a lot of people in society today, in modern industrialized society, that I keep looking over my shoulder because Teresa will park right down there, and I'm meeting her up here to eat supper. So I'm just watching for her to park. But I see so many people just absorbed into those applications, and there's a lot more of them than the two that I mess with. I mean, there's a lot more. I know I didn't do any photography conversation in this video, but I did film it on the Z50 with the 10 to 20 millimeter DX lens. It's a F mount lens on the F to Z adapter. There, I talked about photography a little bit. That's my new video rig. And if you haven't done it yet, I'd appreciate a like if you like my talk about social media and how it affected me and my life and what I found when I objectively looked at myself. You know, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. So until next time, get your camera out and go take a picture with it, all right? We'll see you later. Bye-bye.